me on a beautiful morning. Hashtag Team All Blade and hashtag No Blade Left Behind. You know what we're doing today. Come on in, throw me a Subie smile, and all I gotta say is squad goals. Thank you so much for being here, for clicking into our videos, and for joining me. Hopefully wherever you're tuning in today from, you're drinking something delicious and you're ready for a shave. I know I am. I'm really excited to be here today, and today's shave is absolutely needed. We're sitting on 72 hours of growth. It is getting itchy, it's annoying, and I'm so excited to be knocking it down today with something none of you have seen, right? I'm really excited today. We're talking about the Yaqi Ghost. I know you're like, we've seen the Ghost, all right? We know about the Ghost. Well, Yaqi's just released their Ghost variations in stainless steel. This is not one of them. This is still their titanium one, but I have gone in and polished it. I spent some time, spent some effort and some energy and a little bit of elbow grease and polished my Yaqi Ghost, the one they sent to us, in titanium. I just went through and I applied my own little expertise, right? I'm no professional polisher by any means, but it turned out really pretty, really shiny, and I just like the way that polished titanium kind of reflects light. It's a little darker than stainless steel, and I love how it looks, and they don't offer their titanium one in polished, so I went ahead and did it myself. I really like this razor, right? And originally when I talked about this, right, I hadn't hit their website yet. This is their lower, it's the 0.7 gap, right? So it's a lower gap, less aggressive razor, right? It's a more like probably entry level to intermediate level shaver as far as who they're appealing to, but it is expensive, $140-ish. So just go into it knowing that, but I think it appeals to the crowd that's looking for a more skin-friendly razor. That being said, I misspoke when I talked about the razor originally. I actually said that it was probably inspired by the YATES razor, because if you look at the handle, we all know where that's inspired by. I was wrong as far as the head goes. The Paradigm Salient razor is the one that this razor's head is kind of focused around or based around or paying, slight tribute to as far as the design concept goes. I just wanted to really call that out because I got corrected. One of the Yaqi real connoisseurs on Facebook reached out to me and said, wait a second, just so you know, it is the Paradigm Salient razor that it's really kind of centered around. And I just wanted to give that a spotlight and give them a shout out, right, as far as what it is actually based around. It is, like I said, a low gap, and they don't have their exposure actually like disclosed, but the Salient does. So I'll have that listed over here, kind of running as a reel, so everybody can kind of see it's got a positive exposure to it. So that kind of lets you feel where the blade's supposed to be and the angle you're supposed to be going at when you're using a razor with a light amount of gap. Now, I know for a lot of you are saying that's a lot of stubble, right? 3 days worth of growth as far as taking that down with a low amount of gap. I'm telling you, this razor can do it. It does it very, very smoothly, and it gives me a very, very easygoing shave, and that's why I polished it. I spent the time because I love the razor itself. It's a really good shaver if you're looking for a razor without a ton of skin fill that still packs enough efficiency to get through a heavy amount of stubble. So at least for me, right, that's how it goes for my growth. I'm really excited to be using this today. Huge shout out to Yaqi and to Grace for really upping their game and going into the titanium market. I would love to see more razors like this, right, from them. I'd love to see them kind of continue to progress, continue to challenge themselves and to perfect their process and start offering more razors like this. I don't know if it sold well at that price point and if that's why we haven't seen a continued direction in titanium, but fingers crossed for them. I love the razor. Really excited to be using this today with you. And again, Derby Premium Black. So we're going in with a more medium, mild blade even, just to showcase how good the razor really is. Oh, it should be really smooth and really awesome. Today, as far as the other stuff I got sent by Yaqi, and again, I am so excited to be doing this because this has not released on their website yet. We're talking about these beautiful professional series, kind of vintage inspired brushes. These have not hit their website yet. We've got a green that's marbled with yellow, right? It almost looks like Bakelite, and then we've got this yellow with kind of this darker yellow hue to it, right? That's marbled. Absolutely beautiful. They look like an ever-ready. The way that the marbling on these is gorgeous. It looks like it's Bakelite, right? I even grabbed one of my vintage ever-readies to show you kind of the similarities between the two. Now, I want to call this out. When you get one of these beautiful vintage brushes, they tend to be really light, right? This does not weigh very much. whereas Yaqi has made theirs heavy. Now, a lot of people will put weights in these. They put coins in them to kind of give them a better hand feel. And I love that these modern inspired brushes, right? These resin brushes, they are a little bit heavier and they just give your hand just a little bit better feel. They've gone in and they've made these little cuts and grooves so that when you're holding it, it's really ergonomic in the hand. Very comfortable, very beautiful. I think their professional series brush really takes it up a notch as far as what's being offered compared to their, like, you know, mass produced ones. And you can see they've gone even with a very premium, beautiful knot. This is a Badger, as you can tell. And I can't give you, again, the specifics, but it is a 24 mil Badger. It has a lot of backbone, though. So when I'm lathering today with the other brush they sent me, and we're going to talk about it, it had a lot of backbone to it, and I really enjoyed that when I'm mixing up my lather. Let's talk about the lather. Let's get into it and talk about it. We got Cosmic Gentleman on deck today. This is, again, a Carlisle tribute scent, homage by Hendrix. Pete, HC&C, and Rich Hansen are in collaboration producing this scent and soap. And it's really, really nice. Again, it is based around using the same kind of fragrance profile as Carlisle by PDM. Beautiful scent. It's a fragrance that is very, very wintry to me. And I last time I used it, right, that I made sure to call that out because it is kind of a winter inspired fragrance. I didn't know that the first time I used the scent because I like it. I think it smells rich. And that's the only thing that comes to my mind, right? I love that it's Rich's name because it does smell rich and luxurious to me. It smells posh. It smells bougie. I like this one a lot. And as you can see, I've used it quite a few times. Again, I think Pete's soap doesn't get enough like real coverage online. And I wanted to use it again. I love the base for Pete's soap. It's really, really dense. It's hard. And as you're lathering it, I am telling you, this stuff just wants to just build a really, really beautiful, voluptuous, thick, and but protective and slick. And it's dense. The stuff is just goes for days. You can see here, it's dense. Mine is ultra, ultra hydrated. You see it just running? It gets like a really beautiful amount of run to it. And I love the way that the body on this soap looks. Very pillowy, reflective, and it's so easy to work with. Oh, look at this stuff. Hydrated beyond words. And I am still working to perfect my soap. I know last time I posted a video, I got a couple questions on how I'm lathering. That's why I do the lather with you guys in the corner, right? I know it's sped up, but I really wanted to show you guys how I do it, even though my lather is not perfect. And I will straight up admit that every single day. It's a work in progress. And I think that's how most of us are, right? Every day you struggle and you challenge yourself to be a little bit better as far as your lather goes. This, for me, pretty darn good. As the brush goes, the Yaqi company sent me this one as well. You can see this is not based on a vintage style handle, right? It's more modern. I love the coin. The coin really pops, and it's got this beautiful coffee color to it. The coffee kind of shimmers gold, yellow, and red. You see this? There's some tans, some brown. It looks like a latte, kind of like you have latte art that's getting ready to mix. This may be my new favorite brush from Yaqi. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. It feels really good in the hand, but the actual turn on it is so unique. It looks gorgeous. Love this. Absolutely beyond thanks and appreciation. I just want to give Grace just a huge shout out again. Wow, the stuff that they are doing is just top notch. Thank you so much, Yaqi, for sending this to our channel for the spotlight. And if you are interested in their brushes, stay tuned on their website. I don't know when this is going to release. Again, this is not on their website yet. And it was so cool to open that up in the box and say, I have not seen this on their webpage. What is this? Awesome stuff, right? Take a look. Just got it just now. Just barely opened it up, filmed it, and then came in here. So I am really excited. This was awesome. Huge shout out again to Yaqi for sending this our way. Oh, I'm really excited. The backbone on this brush blew my mind. It's stiff as I'm lathering, right? Because I'm just barely breaking this in now. It is really, really stiff. The bristles are like, they need to be broken in originally. I can tell you that much because they are stiff. And when they grab the soap, they pulled it right into the back of the knot, which is where you want it. And I think that's going to really, really be a nice brush as it gets used. Oh, it's going to just totally turn out to be one of the ones that I love to use. The skin fill on it was great. The painting ability was great. And its ability to release lather, fantastic. I like the knot a lot. Huge shout out, massive thanks. And I love seeing, again, them going towards the more premium, like the more premium line of the Shave Craft. Really, really cool, really great offering. Oh, I'm excited to be using it today. Let's get some shaving done. Let's do some shaving. I'm really excited. Again, this razor I have not used nearly enough for as good as it shaves, right? It sits in my bathroom. After I polish it, I'm like, I gotta keep using that, and I keep getting distracted. We did have stuff coming in the mail, and that's why I've been waiting to shave the 3 days, right? It's really getting on my nerves, so I'm excited to be doing the dome shave again today with you. The face shave, as you can see, this razor, the Ghost does such a good job on my neck. My neck, I actually took a couple pauses where I said, is that done? There's no way it took down 3 days. 3 days of growth just blew through on my neck without irritation, no flare-ups, no nicks, no dings, no pain spots. I love this this razor. It has this amount of smoothness to the efficiency that you would not expect from a razor with this little of a gap. Now, they are releasing razors now, the Ghost series, that has more gap, which has me interested. They have a 0.9 now in stainless steel for all you out there that are like, this is too light, right? 56 grams is what mine weighs. I know they said 57 on their website. Mine comes in about 56 grams. We're gonna start shaving here. Sorry about this. I'm just really excited about the shave today. So for all you out there that are saying, you know, titanium is just a little too light, they're releasing it in stainless steel with more gap. And I also noticed that they're releasing the razor with the 70 gap, but with like a scalloped bar. I thought that was really cool. So Paradisium, right, does not offer that razor that I know of with a scallop bar the way they're doing it, right? The scallop bar the way they're doing it, it almost looks like the R41. It has like these lines and grooves and almost like it's like a hybrid bar. Really interesting the way that they're going and making that scallop bar. I think it looks really cool. I would be very curious to test it out. I actually reached out to Yaqi themselves and said, when is this coming out? When, like, what was the idea inspiring it? I think it's really cool. Now, this razor itself, right, I actually, like I said, I misspoke. I thought because of the handle that it really was more related towards the YATES. And it shaves very good with a modern angle. And that's another reason I thought it was YATES inspired, because the angle is very modern. It doesn't feel like a traditional safety razor. And as such, it kind of lends the angle to the shave, right? It kind of tells you where the razor wants to shave. The thing for me with this razor, and this is what keeps me coming back to Yaqi, is all the little fine details I've thought out, right? This covers the blade tabs, and I like that. I wish more razor companies kind of went that route, and it is, even though they're covering the blade tabs, it's not overly large. Some things that people will notice, you'll see people comment on, when razors cover these blade tabs, right, they get longer, right? And what some companies do is they just make it really long, and then it gets really wide, and it becomes really hard to fit into places like this on your face, or here, right? It gets really difficult to put the razor in the right spot. And I like that Yaqi's, even though they cover the blade tabs with a titanium razor, that it doesn't get so large or so awkward on the skin that you can't really shave in tiny spots. What a good razor. Now, again, I do want to call it out. Yaqi is going towards a more premium, more expensive offering. And as such, it definitely, it does mandate a heftier price tag. This razor comes in, like I said, just over $140-ish. They're doing a ton of sales right now. I saw one where if you spend $20 right now on their website for the 11-11-11, right, the 111, you get $20 or you get some kind of amount back for every $20 spent. They have a bunch of these kind of like offerings on AliExpress. Then for every $10 you spend on AliExpress, you get another $1 back or something. There's a lot of different discounts and things going on right now for Black Friday. So if you're interested in maybe spending a little bit more money and getting yourself a mild but very, very effective shaver, right? Skin fill is about 0% with the blade. Like, I would put this as a very, very, very mild razor. But the shave quality of it, it reminds me of like the Henson Medium as far as the closeness goes. But the shave is completely different. It doesn't have that suction fill. It definitely doesn't have like the same kind of face profile. And because of that, it has its own skin fill. I like the razor a lot. And as you can see here, it is taking it down like it doesn't even have a problem. Lightsaber level shaving, but without any skin fill or any irritation or like chatteriness or binding. It flows really nicely. And I think if you want to take advantage of the discounts, that's all I'm going to say here. I think it's worth, if you're really interested in it, right now is the time because of the discounts going on for Black Friday. The holiday season is upon us, and I know a lot of us are trying to figure out how to save money and how to get things for family members, ask for gifts, and still not break the budget, right? I think that's cool. I think that's a good way to go about it. And that's how I have been doing it myself, as I have been planning gifts for people I love. I am definitely shopping the budget and shopping the discounts. I don't see any reason why not to get, a thing for you if you're saving money for somebody else. I like that. I think that's how you should do it. You can see this absolutely to the bone, but we didn't have to fight it. I like that a lot. I am doing a little bit more buffing. And the reason why is because I want to have a perfect level shave. And this razor for me lets me kind of go over some of the areas that I want to get really close on my head. and just kind of get them a little bit closer. Now, I do emphasize and practice the unscrewing the handle by a quarter turn. This is when I actually quarter turn. I just like it gives me a little bit more skin fill with that. What it's gonna do is gonna let the blade kind of lift up a little more. You get a little more blade gap, but it also changes the actual blade angle. So when you lift it up, it kind of goes like this, and that blade angle with it changed just feels a little bit more effective on the skin. And as you can see here, no irritation, no flare-ups, and it is close, comfortable, easy. It's a great daily shaver for me, but it still has the umph. If I want to go to like a 2 or 3 day shave, it can do it. I like the razor a lot. Now, I have heard people on online that said that the razor was not efficient enough for them. And for me, I find it to be more of an angles game, right? That razor really likes a certain angle. For me, it's like a nice 30-degree angle. It doesn't shave super narrow, and it doesn't, or super shallow, but it doesn't shave super steep. It shaves just really, really like 30 degrees. It's like what you would expect from a safety razor, but the shave level, so darn close. I'm grabbing some alum. We have the time today. We're gonna throw on a little bit of alum just to showcase. Look at this. Like, it's really close, squeaky close, really comfortable, zero irritation, no flare-ups, no problems. I like how easy it is to get right here with that razor. It's super easy at that modern angle to get around my ears. Oh, that's shiny. I love that. Great shave again from the Yaqi Ghost. More premium offering, but fantastic shaver that's kind of based around the Parisian Salient razor. Again, awesome shave. We're gonna grab ourselves a little bit of this Cosmic Gentleman by Pete over at Hendrix Classic & Co. and Richmond. I just like that label so much, and I guess Rich Hansen did all of the label art. Huge shout out to Rich. He did a great job. Beautiful label art, and this packs a punch. When I wore it last time, I had people coming up to me saying, "Smells good. What is that?" I love that about PDM's Carlisle. It's a scent that people will ask. People will come up to you and, "That smells good." And that's the nice thing. The projection on this scent, it's all there. And it smells very, very, very ritzy without having to pay a ton of money. I'm just splashing it everywhere at this point. I love the way it smells. And I love the skin feel you get from Hendrix's stuff, right? Hendrix's splashes. There's something about the skin food in there. Does not leave my skin oily. I keep talking about it. It doesn't leave it like feeling uncomfortable or gross, right? It doesn't give me like this gross oily look. And people, when they touch it, won't have residue on their hands. But at the same time, my skin gets just plush and pillowy and soft, and it just says touch me. I love this stuff from Pete. Huge shout out to Hendrix Classic & Co. and massive thanks over to Yaqi for allowing us to do this kind of showcase and spotlight. It was an awesome shave, a beautifully close, zero irritation safety razor shave, and I'm thrilled to have done it here with you. Thank you so much again for being here. If you haven't, please go below, smash that sub button. I'd love to chat in the comments, and if anything, just leave me a like. It means the world to me. I appreciate you all for being here, and until I catch you again, I'm gonna get out and enjoy a perfect shave, and I'll see you in our next one. Subs out!